Hey, Belle here. So, I want to talk to you guys about something that I haven't really talked about in a while, which is Destiny. It's been a really long time since I made any videos about Destiny, and I think it's about time we talk about where I'm at. So, you all voted, and you wanted to hear my overall thoughts about where Destiny's at. So, here goes. I obviously haven't been playing the game a lot. Some weeks, not at all. I obviously, I still keep up with the community. I see where everybody's at. I'm still on Guardian Radio. I still check in with everything that Bungie puts out there, which right now isn't super hard always. But one of the biggest things I've noticed is there have been so many videos lately asking, is Destiny dead? Is Destiny dying? I see articles from big websites saying, this is the perfect time to quit playing, and here's how Bungie has effed up, and there's a lot of negativity going on. And so I want to answer the question. The number one thing I think we can all agree on is that there hasn't been enough communication. We have felt kind of left in the dark lately. Personally, it kind of feels like Taken King got thrown at us. It's an awesome DLC. I think there's a lot of content there. We got a raid. We got a new location. We got so many things. People really went nuts on it. That's why they ran out of content so quickly. It's because they played it really fast. But it feels like Bungie disappeared. Which I get. It was Christmas, it was the holidays, all that stuff. I understand. I want them to take a break. I want them to have time. I would never ask them not to. But when you go from the first year, this is my theory. The reason people are so irked by all of this, pun intended, the reason they're so irked about this is because we went from the first year having 3 times of content, right? We had vanilla, and then we had 2 DLCs. We knew about those DLCs going into the vanilla content. We knew they existed. Most of us had already purchased them ahead of time at that point, right? We may not have known tons of details, but we knew they existed. We also were constantly getting information from Bungie every single week, every single day. There were things on Twitter. They were checking in with us. We were very aware of how much they were listening. And I'm not saying that they're not listening anymore. It's very clear that they still are. But it was a two-way street. There was 2-way conversations going on. And now it feels very one-way. It feels like we are talking at Bungie. They're listening. We're getting very little conversation back. So when you go from the first year of having tons of content that we're aware of prior to it existing in our hands, when you have all of this communication going on both directions, and then the start of 2016, we get very little communication. There aren't all of the events that there were. I mean, it was just the other day that Bungie, for the first time, to my knowledge, publicly played a raid with somebody from the community and actually made a deal out of it, right? Whereas in the first year, we had all of these times where they were doing Bungie bounties every week consistently. They were playing raids with people. We had all of these Twitch-related things going on. So even if there wasn't content, during those content gaps, we had this 2-way street of communication and fun going on between the community and the company. And don't get me wrong, I understand that a lot of that over-the-top information, a lot of that connection that was made between us and the company was because their game was brand new. They're trying to promote it. They're trying to make sure that everything's running as smoothly as it possibly could. They wanted all of our feedback. And now they're at a point where, hey, they've got people playing the game. It's known. Why do that anymore? Well, the answer is because people are asking this question. Because the people who are most likely to stick with your game long term are feeling uneasy. Now, I understand that I would rather have them not do all of that stuff if it means that they really are working on something epic for us, for Destiny 2 or whatever the next thing is. I don't care what you call it. But if we're getting something, awesome. I want the effort put into that. I'm good with that. But to be honest, I can't sit there as a company and go, hey, Why is everybody upset? And I don't think they are. I think they're very aware. And, they admitted that they want to be more transparent about things such as like them working on the lag issues in Crucible and stuff. They stated that in the last weekly update, which is great. I just think that that's where it's coming from for the community, is that they went from so much stuff, so much content, so much information to almost nothing. Now, when it comes to, I want to clarify something. When it comes to these little events like Crimson Days and like Sparrow Racing and Festival, all of those things do not necessarily take away from Bungie, the team that's working on the next big thing. They're not the ones working on these little things. And these people working on these smaller things are not people who would have existed otherwise within the company in order to work on the bigger things. Okay, so let me explain it. There's this thing called the live team. They're the people who put together these special smaller events for us. They're fillers. They're not necessarily replacements for DLC. They are fillers, and they work their butts off to make them happen. It's a team that started out small and grew in order to make these things continuously go on for us. They're a team that exists to keep the game running smoothly and to give us these smaller events to keep us holding on. That's what they do. So when people in the community are saying, I wish that they would just put everybody into working on Destiny 2 or whatever it is, nobody said they took away from that team. To my knowledge, they didn't. All they did was added a team to give us more stuff. That's pretty darn cool. They didn't have to do that. If you look at other games, a lot of other games don't give continuous content. You're waiting a year before you get anything half the time. Now, people would say, this is an MMO. MMOs come out with stuff more consistently. It's not 100% an MMO, but you're right. We would expect stuff, especially based on last year. It is completely fair to have expected multiple smaller DLCs between now and September, or whenever the next thing is coming. I understand. I'm on the same page as a lot of you. Now, is Destiny dying? No, it's not. Let's be honest with ourselves. There are people who are going to walk away. That's what happens in the gaming world. People play a game, they don't like it, they move on. They play a game, they like it for a while, they get upset with the company, they move on. Let them move on. There's always going to be new people who are interested as well every time something new comes out. Now, the people who sit here and are super pissed off, I have to say myself, there are times where I have ranted about things about this game, about this company, okay? I have gotten upset on Guardian Radio my fair share of times. The reason I do that, the reason the majority of you do that, because you care. Because you want the game to be more. Because you want to keep playing it. You want to play the game. So don't fool yourselves in saying you're going to walk away forever. Because honestly, the next time something comes out, you'll probably give it a chance, or you'll at least look at it. And there's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with taking a break from a game. I don't know where the concept of I have to play this game full time is the only thing I'm going to play, and I have to play it 24/7, and if I can't do that, if there's not enough content for me to do that, it's a bad game. I understand that in the past, when it was less games were coming out consistently, before Next Gen especially existed, there were certain games that everybody went and played, and you played them and you got as much life out of them as you could because, one, let's be honest, especially in the past, $60 was a lot of money for a game. Okay, so you played it to death. You picked the game that you wanted to play for that year and you played it. And if you were lucky and you had the money on the side, you might be able to throw money at a different game when the price dropped. But majority of people are, I play Halo, I play COD, I play Final Fantasy, and that is what I do. And that's fine, but times have changed a lot. The second that we introduced, especially Next Gen, Destiny was so smart about when they came out. As much as I wish they had waited, because I still do feel like there was a lot more that was supposed to be there, the story ended up lacking because it got pushed ahead. But from a business standpoint, coming out with Next Gen was absolutely brilliant of them. They're a step ahead of most other companies, right? So many other companies didn't have anything. Look at Halo. How long did we wait for Master Chief Collection to come out after Next Gen was released? And then, I'm not going to sit there and go into a long story about this, but it was pretty darn broken for a while, okay? Destiny has its issues. Destiny has parts of it that are broken. It came out with next gen and grabbed a whole new group of people. All those people who were moving up had very few choices, so they grabbed onto Destiny. Let's be honest, a lot of those people have moved on. There are other games now. I'm pretty sure Bungie was aware that was going to happen. No matter how good your game is, the second that other next-gen games start coming out that are specific to those generations, people are going to go to them. I personally know a lot of people that were just waiting for Halo 5. People who are waiting for The Division. That's fine. I guarantee you at some point they will come back and look at Destiny again and play it occasionally. So can we move past the concept of you have to play one game and one game only? It's ridiculous. It's so silly. You're going to run out of content to play. You're going to get tired of a game. Honestly, I'm kind of glad that we have these content gaps sometimes because it forces people to go play something else so that they're not running this game into the ground. Because imagine playing, let's say it does last 10 years. Imagine playing only Destiny and nothing else 24/7 for 10 years straight. You'd be nuts. I'm sorry, but you would not enjoy it. The game would not last 10 years for you. So to answer your question, is Destiny dying? The only way this game will completely die is one, yes, if Bungie completely stops communication again, okay? Eventually that will wear away at the people who would otherwise stick around. The game will never completely die. Okay, if Activision dumps their butts and says, hey, no more money for you, sure, maybe. But the number one way this game will ever die, or any game will ever die, is you. If you choose that personally it is dying for you, then it's dying for you. That's up to you. Nobody else can make that choice. The company is not the one making that choice for you. You may have reasons behind why you feel that way, and I respect those. Trust me, I feel a lot of them too. There are times where I've considered just walking away, but I know the next time something comes out, I'm going to be right back testing it out. Crimson Days is coming up. I'm stoked for it. It may be silly, it may be dumb, but it's something different. Just to go see how the tower looks, I'm going to go in there. I'll probably play it more than I play anything else. Every time Iron Banner's around, no matter how much it pisses me off, I spend so much more time playing during Iron Banner weeks. It's just a fact. I'm also not afraid to go play other games or do other things in my life. That does not mean you are dropping the game. It does not mean you're quitting the game. It does not mean that the game is dying. It just means you're being a human being and enjoying other things for a while, which means you're more likely to enjoy this game the next time you come back to it. I think it's healthier. I honestly think it's healthier to play other things and come back to something and enjoy it all over again. I sat here and I didn't play for a long time. I finally did the raid, and I think I enjoyed it more than I would have if I'd been playing every single day. Honestly. It was kind of like all new to me again, and that was awesome. I plan to go back and replay from the beginning because it's been so long since I played just actual story stuff. I think that's going to be cool. So do what you need to do. Do not let other people decide it for you. This is in no way me putting down content creators, okay? I'm a very minor content creator. I don't want to make up your mind for you. If you disagree with me on this, disagree with me on it. That's up to you. But don't let content creators, don't let websites, don't let anybody else tell you this game is dying or this game isn't dying or you shouldn't play it anymore. You decide. I'm sorry, I think COD's a really stupid, horrible game, but there are people out there who absolutely love it. Good for them. To me, that game's dying. But that's not my place to decide because I'm not a person who plays it. And I'm not you. So, to answer the age-old question that seems to be floating around, that every person, every guardian, and their mother's best friend's dog is asking, is Destiny dying? No. Technically, it's not. There is such an amazing community that has built up around this game that will never let this game die. Bungie could stop creating content right now. And there are still clans out there, there are still community members who will get together, even if just for old time's sake, they will go run Vault of Glass. They will go do whatever. It may not be every day. Their KDs may drop, their amount of time they play may reduce drastically, but think about some of the games that are out there that are on consoles that don't even exist anymore. The people still go play because it meant something to them. Destiny accomplished that in 1 year. There are things that are broken. There are some truly amazing things that have come out of this game. If this game wasn't as broken as it has been in so many ways, this community wouldn't exist the way that it has. Half of the apps that are out there wouldn't exist. If Bungie handed every single thing to us like we always want, would they be doing their job? Sure. But half the things that we have accomplished as a community, half the things that we have decided to do and become, wouldn't be there. So as much as there's part of me that says, I wish all the Grimoire was in there, I wish that all the lore was there, I wish the story, every single ounce of it was in the game. I know some people who the amazing content they create wouldn't exist if that was the case. If I sat there and said, I wish that clan support had been absolutely perfect from the beginning of this game, my clan would not be what it is today. And my clan's pretty damn awesome. So yeah, the whole life gives you lemons, make lemonade stupid thing, it applies here. As corny as that is, it does. Bungie gave us one big lemon. And a lot of us squeezed the life out of that lemon too quickly. But you enjoyed your lemonade. Sometimes it was too sour. Sometimes it was too salty. But you still enjoyed it. Hang on to those times. And when you're ready, go enjoy it again. When there's something new to squeeze the life out of, go do it. In the meantime, go play something else. There is nothing wrong with that. I fully support that. And if you need to walk away in the end, do what you need to do. Don't let anybody, including myself, put you down or make you feel bad for that. But also respect the people who stick around. And respect the company. Trust me, I have gone on so many rants where I am pissed off about the communication or the lack thereof, that they just kind of disappeared. Trust me. Me and Bungie, we got some issues right now. But they still also allowed me to create a community called the Dames because of their game. They created a game that pushed me to put my face out there in the world when I was not feeling comfortable. I remember half a year ago, nobody knew what I looked like because I would not put myself out there. And now here I am sitting here in a stupid t-shirt making a video for you people that's really long with my face on the camera. Did I do that myself? Yeah. But Bungie handed me the tools to do so to begin with. So, not sucking up to them, but thank you. Let's talk more. Let's keep that two-way communication open more. Because honestly, that could be one of the biggest downfalls to this game. But keep playing. Have fun. I know I'm like a broken record right now, but there's not more to say. Vent when you need to vent. But try to do so respectfully of the people around you. Play what you need to play. Come back when you can and when you want. Enjoy whatever thing you're doing. Because that's all you can do. And that's the right thing to do. So, if you want to kill this game for you, kill this game for you. But don't try to kill it for other people. So that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like the video and you want more Destiny videos and other types of things, because I do lots of stuff, hit the subscribe button somewhere, wherever it is. No pressure. Have fun, Guardians. This bunny's gotta bounce.